Good morning. So today I'm going back down to Naples, Florida. I haven't been back there since early April, where I took a bunch of water plants down there and planted out a new pond for Greg. I'm going to meet him down there today. He has not seen this pond, neither have I. I heard it looks really, really nice. I put in there 10 potted plants and 4 lilies. I must say the pond turned out a little nicer than I thought it would. I think if that pond was at the entrance of Aqualand up in Chicago, or if that pond was at the entrance of Longwood Gardens, I think any visitor would say, well done. And you know what? I think it's easy to do. I planted everything up with a couple people's help, and it only took 2 hours. Let me show you. This is a red stem thalia, also another large growing emergent that gets like 8 feet tall. Then we got three lotus for you. That's the blue pickerelweed. This right here is the avalanche. Okay, so avalanche is the light blue flower and the mottled pad. This is a mottled pad when you see the stripes like that. So this lily here, this is another really big lily, and it is Director Moore. And a lot of people don't list Director Moore as a large lily, but it is a large lily. I bought this as a lustrous, but it looks like it has more of a black mask than the lustrous I had as a child. So teacup is a purple one, and this is the best clumping colocasia. And look at all those babies. One black magic.
I think this is awesome. I thought the pond was really pretty when you first put it in, and now this is kind of like raised the game. I feel like we went from the minor leagues right on up to the major leagues, and now we got a contender for the Super Bowl here.
Right.
So I think it's beautiful.
Good,
yeah.
good.
Thank you so much for such a great selection. And Tom over here, this guy really knows his stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not an expert, but an afternoon with you, man, I've learned more about water plants than I knew for the last 60 years, man.
Well, you're very kind, you're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're the man.
Oh, well, thank you, Greg.
I'm going to say this on camera on your thing. There's not a single person that I've ever seen grow more incredible lilies than Holtz Nurseries.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, like working with you, like working at Kennan's yesterday.
Oh, so fun. So fun. If more people see what they can actually have in their property, then I think more people will be living the aquascape lifestyle. So you're a very important person going forward to us, because you can actually show people how to properly water garden. This is the definition of a water garden right here, thanks to Holtz Nursery.
Okay, thank you. I'm here at Camp Kennan's. I came down here with Greg, and we're looking at the lilies. He's swimming with the lilies that we installed with Ed, the pond professor. And I'm really excited about how they've been growing, and I think Kennan's going to keep them here.
What the heck? My gosh! Hippo jumping in. You dork.
One of the good things about doing the YouTube channel is it gets me to finish projects that I started. And one project that I've always wanted to do, and it's not an expensive project, is a wall of flowering vines. We're at the front of my pond. We're at the west side of my pond. And my pond is 350 feet long, and it's 100 feet wide. And we have a berm on the back of the pond. So this berm here is 350 feet long, then it takes a left-hand turn, and it's another 100 feet. So it's a 450-foot berm. And I want to have 450 feet of flowering vines and shrubs. Maybe not everything has to flower at once. Some things will flower in the summer, and some will flower in the fall, and some will flower in the winter. Let's take a look. This right here is plumbago. It's kind of a common plant. Almost everyone knows what it is, but it's non-stop blue flowers. It also comes in a white form. Maybe I could get blue and white on this wall. It's just one of maybe 50 flowering shrubs I like to plant here.
We have sweet almond bush.
This right here is the sweet almond bush. If you ask me what is the most underrated plant, maybe you're up north, and what's a plant that grows in the south that you can use up north, I think it's the sweet almond bush. It is super fragrant and it is non-stop covered with these white flowers.
Jatropha.
This is Jatropha. It has these little red flowers. It attracts butterflies. It attracts hummingbirds. Not a big flower, but it's a good flower for Orlando.
Seminole pink hibiscus.
This is one of the faster growing hibiscus. It's one of the taller hibiscus. Lots of flowers. There's some patented hibiscus I like to work with that stays 2 feet tall and has just as many or more flowers. This wants to grow 6-7 feet. So if you do like a 6-7 foot hibiscus, this Seminole pink is a good one.
Large leaf tibouchina.
This right here is the big leaf tibouchina. It has these purple flower spikes here. And I remember there's some people that in the nursery trade that spray these leaves with a growth regulator where one leaf will get over 12 inches long.
Allamanda brown bud.
This is the yellow allamanda. It's allamanda brown bud. When I was in college, I remember our conservatory at the university had a yellow mandevilla growing up through a big ficus tree, and it looked like the ficus tree had yellow flowers all summer. One of my favorites, one of my first plants I ever had, I desired was the yellow allamanda. This is allamanda brown bud. It's because the buds are brown, which I don't see any. Oh, there's a brown bud right there.
We have Allamanda Cherries Jubilee.
This is another allamanda. This is Allamanda Cherries Jubilee. Once again, it kind of has a light violet flower, and the next one I'm going to show you has a deep purple flower.
Rangoon Creeper.
This is the Rangoon Creeper, and we got to cut it back. We got to pull it back on the wall. It has these fragrant red flowers. I've seen this bloom unbelievably spectacular, and this is maybe half bloom right here.
Allamanda Baby Red.
This is Allamanda Baby Red. I bought from Doug Ingram's nursery. It has these little red flowers. There used to be one a long time ago called Brazilian Red Wine that had these red flowers, but they were as big as the yellow allamanda, the brown bud. And that was absolutely spectacular. I think that plant has been lost. Maybe through Logies or something like that, maybe they got something like it, but this right here is Baby Red. Like I said when I started this is a work in progress. So the Rangoon Creeper has grown into the pink angel trumpet. So we got to clean this up. I said I want to do vines or small shrubs. The pink angel trumpet, I would classify it as a small shrub, or it can be trained as a small shrub. This is a Hong Kong orchid tree that we planted along the wall. I'll show you in the B-roll. It flowers in the wintertime.
It is in bloom from December through March, and it's covered with these pink orchid-like flowers.
This is an unbelievable plant, but I want to train it. I want to cut out these lower leaves and get it cut back. Maybe I can put some shade-loving stuff underneath here. This is the variegated sky vine, a Thunbergia grandiflora variegata. Blue ones have 5 times more flowers than this variegated one, at least for me. But if you like variegated leaves, like variegated foliage, it's kind of cool to have. This is right here is the blue sky vine, more floriferous than the variegated sky vine. It blooms year round, but it has 10 times more blooms in the winter. This is the upright chenille plant. As long as it's not freezing, red flowers all the time. Here I mix two plants together, a white-leaved hibiscus snow queen and a pink flowering musenda. Earlier in this video I showed you the Hong Kong orchid tree, but these here are smaller orchid trees. The red orchid tree, Bauhinia galpinii, and the pink orchid tree, Bauhinia monandra. This red passion vine always seems to be a tease. It always has hundreds of flower buds, but only a few flowers open up each day. But I'm happy to get a few flowers each day. This is Thunbergia, the yellow clock vine. I am so excited about this plant. This is the first year I've ever got it to bloom. It will not bloom in a pot, it will only bloom in the ground. This Clerodendron shooting star is a small tree. It is sensitive to frost, and if we get a frost in the wintertime, it will not bloom in the spring. But when it does bloom here in Apopka, it is absolutely spectacular.
We will see you next week, and don't forget to like and subscribe.